Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Om Shri Mahaganapataye Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Asmad Gurubhyo Namaha. Shruti Smriti Purananamalayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpadam Shankaram Loka Shankaram 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 Namami Bhagavatpadam Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankaram. Suddenly blank.
Shankaram Shankaracharyam
Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyoma Vatvyapta Dehaya Dakshina Murtaye Namaha Sri Medha Dakshina Murti Swamine Namaha Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ओम शांति 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 हरिः ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम सच्चिदानंद रूपाय कृष्णाय कृष्णकारिणे नमो वेदांत वेद्याय गुरवे बुद्धिसाक्षिणे कृष्णद्वैपायनं व्यासं सर्वलोकहिते रतं वेदाब्ज भास्करं वन्दे शमादिनिलयं मुनिं सहस्रमूर्तेः पुरुषोत्तमस्य सहस्रनेत्राननपादबाहोः सहस्रनाम्नां स्तवनं प्रशस्तं निरुच्यते जन्मजरादिशान्त्यै. Namaste once again to all of you.
Namaste. Raghuji, before you continue, I apologize for prompting you. I waited for some time.
No, it's good you prompted because sometimes my brain just switches off.
I know, but I wanted to apologize because you were on a motion, but I waited. Okay, thank you.
But you were, why apologize? I should apologize. You were very helpful by prompting. It
Okay,
happens sometimes as you grow older, something, stops.
Yes.
You're not able, you know it, but then you can't go proceed.
Yes,
So some prompting is always helpful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Namaste, Guruji.
Namaste. Namaste. See, when I used to act in dramas long back, I'm talking about 40 years back. So on the stage, this problem will come. So we always used to have a prompter, on the sidelines. So if any artist forgets any dialogue or misses any dialogue, the prompter will just put you, and then, it will go on. The drama will go on. Because it is very natural. It happens many times.
Yeah, but I want to make sure that you really, that's what I waited for some time.
It's very helpful. Thank you very much. In fact, I'm very indebted to you for that.
No. You taught us all.
No. Thanks. Anyhow. Okay. Now coming back, so we are seeing the profound commentary of Swami Dayananda Saraswati on Om. Adi Shankara, in his commentary, he just said a very simple, Vishwa Shabdena Omkaraha Abhidhiyate Vachya Vachakayoho Atyanta Bheda Abhavat Vishwamiti Omkara Eva Brahma Ityartaha. This very simply he said that because of the non-difference between the, you can call the cause and the effect, or the word and the meaning, they are one. So like that, Om and Vishwam are one and the same thing. Because of that, the Vishwa, the word Om also can be used for Vishwa, or Vishwa can be understood as Om also. This is what Adi Shankara said. But Pujya Swamiji, as I told you, has in his commentary dealt with this in a very, very elaborate manner. So that is what we were seeing. So he started, saying that into which everything in this universe can be reduced. That ultimate reality from during Pralaya, from, Vyakta goes to Avyakta. And that Avyakta, which is Maya, is sustained by what? By that Brahman. That is Om. So everything comes from Om, is sustained by Om, and everything goes back to Om. And Om protects everything. And again, Om is also, it is a sound symbol, as I told you. Om is a sound symbol. It is also a word symbol. It is a pratika, what is called. Pratika is a sound symbol, right? So even though it can be written as a pratima, we can use Om in writing and use that for meditation purposes as a pratima. In actual fact, Om is a pratika, it's a sound symbol. But now how does it become a symbol for the Lord? Just to give you an example, we have, all countries have got flags, isn't it? The flag represents the will of the people, the constitution of the country. All this is deliberately superimposed on the flag of the country, right? We load these things, these attributes on the flag. In our mind, of course, we don't load, mean not physically load, right? So when we deliberately superimpose a certain attribute on something, it becomes a symbol for that something. Therefore, what? The flag symbolizes the country. And the respect shown to a flag is taken as the respect shown to the country itself. And that is why in Olympics and all these events and all that, they have the flags of all the countries, representative countries. And the flag is saluted by everyone. Independence Day, Republic Day, and all, salutation to the flag. It is not a merely piece of cloth. It is a symbol of that entire country, which represents its culture, its history, everything in that small piece of cloth with certain colors is represented. That is what is a symbol. So similarly, this word Om, on this word Om, there is a deliberate superimposition of Ishvara. And thereby it becomes a word symbol also. It was a pratika, then it becomes a pratima also. Okay. Even the names that we give to people are all only symbols, isn't it? When when the child is born, we give a name, Rama. It's a symbol. Our own superimposition. We want the child to grow up like with values which Rama professed or practiced. All the symbolic rather. All these our entire. If you see our Vyavahara, we will find so much of symbolism in our Vyavahara. So Om is a sound symbol which is loaded with a meaning. Okay. Then there is one more way to look at Om. Om, that sound symbol, actually can be split into three sounds. A, U, and Akara, Ukara, and Makara. These are the components of this word Om. And Akara stands for the Lord as the entire Stula Prapancha. the physical world, the world which we can experience, relate with, which is a tangible physical world which we can see. Akara stands for the physical world. Ukara stands for the Sukshma Prapancha, the subtle power behind the physical world. And it includes the thought world, our mind, the totality of the minds, totality of knowledge, totality of perception, totality of pranas, everything, at the total level, at the macro level. The Sukshma Prapancha, subtle universe. Ukara stands for that. And Makara stands for unmanifest world. The world in its seed form. So when we are repeating the word Om, what we are doing is then there is a small break, then we say Om, like that. When we repeat, what we are actually symbolizing is from the unmanifest to the manifest comes both the physical as well as the subtle, and then goes back into unmanifest. So Om also represents the entire cycle of creation. If you understand Om composing of the physical universe is sustained by the subtle universe. And as I said, both are represented by A and U. When you put A and U together in Sanskrit, what is called a sandhi becomes a sound O. The sound O is split into A and U. Sanskrit students who are here will know. We have studied this in our Sanskrit. And Im remains Im, the unmanifest. So Om as such represents the physical, the Stula Prapancha, Sukshma Prapancha, and also Maya. All put together is Om. And that Om is Brahman, because all this existence of all this is because of that Brahman only. On their own, they don't have any existence. They borrow their existence from Brahman, and that is why Brahman can be called Om. We superimpose all this on that Om, and then, the name of Brahman also is Om. That's why Adi Shankara said, Abhidhiyate, Om ityabhidhiyate, it said, right? So, as it explained, O comes from Im and Im follows O. So this cycle continues, and which represents the entire creation cycle. So the unmanifest becomes manifest, then it goes back into unmanifest. It is similar to our sleep, basically. In sleep also same thing happens. Our stula sharira, sukshma sharira, they all go to sleep. They become unmanifest, inactive totally. Then next day morning, they become manifest again. So this is how we have to understand the Om. From the manifest form goes back to the seed form, and then again the seed sprouts and becomes this prapancha again. After the sleep, unmanifest, the waker and the dreamer first maybe, waker, then later, they manifest. Okay. So this cycle repeats itself. And in the manifest state, it is the Adhisthana Brahma, with Maya in the effect state, as a Karya state, Maya as a Karyam. Well, Maya has got two roles. It is the Karanam as well as the Karyam. Material cause as well as the material effect is Maya. So in the manifest state, Brahman sustains the Maya as the effect, because of which we experience this world. And in the unmanifest state, Brahman sustains Maya as the Karanam, Upadana Karanam. We saw all that in the previous classes. So the whole world is sustained by this Brahman, either in the manifest state or unmanifest state. So the Brahman, that Brahman is called Om. Okay. And that Brahman is, from the point of view of creation, is neither the actual creator nor the creation. It is Maya. But without that Brahman, Maya cannot do anything. And that is why we say Brahman is Jagat Karan. Actually speaking, if you look at it very, very carefully, Brahman cannot do anything at all. Because Brahman occupies this entire space, pervades everything. For creation, you require space. From changing from one thing to another, you require space. You require it to be some change to take place. Brahman is unchanging. So literally, if you look at it, Brahman cannot be a Jagat Karanam at all. But without Brahman, there can be no Jagat. That is why in Vedanta Shastra, in Upanishads, Brahman is considered to be Jagat Karanam, because consciousness principle. Without that consciousness principle, there won't be any Jagat at all. When I say consciousness principle, you should include the existence principle also. Okay. So again, Puja Swamiji very beautifully points out that Om as a symbol, as we explained just now, is a Saguna symbol. It has got, because Maya has got all the three gunas, Trigunatmika Maya. So when we say Om, it is actually, when the sound Om represents the Saguna principle of Brahman. Whereas the silence which follows after saying Om, which in the language, in the scriptures is called Amatra. It is silence. There is no letter, attached to that. That silence, that Amatra is Brahman. So this is another way of looking at this word Om. Okay. So that represents, that Amatra, that silence after Makara represents what? Nirguna Brahman. So the Om can be a symbol for both Saguna Brahman as well as Nirguna Brahman. This is one more way we can understand this word Om. And another very beautiful aspect of Om, as I said, it's a sound symbol. In the universe, any human being, the sound which comes when you open the mouth is Ah. Isn't it? Anywhere you open the mouth, Ah, Ah is already come. And then make a sound. Ah is the sound that you can make. The moment you open the mouth, the sound is A, Akara. Then you actually half close the mouth rather, right? And Akara, of course, is the first letter of alphabets of most of the language, almost all languages. In some form or the other, this Akara is the first letter of the alphabet rather. Whether it is A in English, A here. Okay, Indian languages, it is all A only. Okay. And when we close the mouth and try to make a sound, Makara is the sound that we can make when we close the mouth. So when we open the mouth, it is Akara. When we close the mouth, it is Makara. In between, if we round the mouth like this and make a sound, oo will be the sound. Right? So starting with A, passing through oo, ending with And what? All these sounds of this world. Because the oo represents all sounds between A and Basically, we can say all sounds. Because the first sound when we open the mouth and say is A, and the last sound when we close the mouth and make is In between lies all the sounds which you can imagine, any sound. And they all are represented by this oo. And what is this world? This whole prapancha is nothing but names and forms. Isn't it? And what are names? Names are nothing but putting together certain sounds and we give a name. If you take the names and split them, they will all split into sounds only. So, all the names in this world, in this universe, in this prapancha, can be represented by Om. Om means all names in this entire world. And when we say names, we can include the forms also, because even though forms doesn't fit in here in this definition, but whenever we say about the world, we say it's names and forms. That's all. So we can keep in our mind that it includes, because unless there is a form, there won't be a name. Name always follows a form, isn't it? That's how our own intellect works. So that is how another way of looking at it, all names. What to talk of 1,000 names of Vishnu Sahasranamam. All names, all sounds in this entire prapancha are contained within this Om. A, U, So this is another way of understanding the name of the Lord. And Om is the name of the Lord. So all these words, all the sounds are representing only the name of the Lord rather. So it will include everything. So the Lord being everything, his name should include every name. Or other way put, every name is Lord's name only, whatever be the name. So Om becomes the name of Ishvara, the Lord. In fact, even these 1,000 names of Mahavishnu, which we will be seeing the meanings, they're all names of, or only elaboration rather, of the word Om. And the words can be collapsed into Om. Just like manifest from Om, they can be become unmanifest in Om. So Om is everything. And what is everything? That is represented or indicated by the word Vishwam. So for Vishwam, we can use the word Om also. Om is another meaning. We can understand the word Vishwam as Om also. And in fact, Kathopanishad says, Sarve Vedaha Yat Padam Amananti, Sarvani Tapamsi Cha Yat Vadanti, Yat Ichantaha Brahmacharyam Charanti, Tat Padam Sangrahena Bravimi Om Ityetat. Yamaraja is telling Nachiketa. That word Om, he is pointing out the profoundness of that word, that symbol, sound Om. He says, Sarve Vedaha Yat Padam Amananti. That goal which all the Vedas reveal. Padam means the one which is to be achieved as a goal. So that goal which all the Vedas reveal as the one and the only goal to be achieved. You have seen it during the Purva Bhaga slokas. Same idea. Then, Sarvani Tapamsi Chayat Vadanti. For achieving which, people who do tapas. Tapas here means not merely austerities. Tapas here means who do all sadhana, so many sadhanas, right? Various disciplines they follow. And then, Yat Ichantaha Brahmacharyam Charanti. Desiring which goal people take to Brahmacharya. Brahmacharya, various meanings are there for Brahmacharya, but a person who is a tapasvi and his goal is, the ultimate goal to become one with Paramatma, follows so many disciplines, and one of them discipline is Brahmacharyam. Brahmacharyam also means who studies the Vedas, who follows the Vedic lifestyle. Whatever is prescribed in the Vedas, he follows that. Brahmacharyam Charanti. Tat Padam, that goal. Te, to you, Sangrahena, in short. Sangrahena, briefly, you can put it, right? Bravimi, I will tell you, says Yamaraja to Nachiketa. And what is that? Om iti etat. That padam, that goal is Om. So that is how Om has been described in the Upanishads also. That is the ultimate goal. That is the Brahman. When you say Aham Brahmasmi, it means that Brahman stands for Om only. So this is about Om rather, which Puja Swamiji has elaborately said. Now we'll come back to Adi Shankara's Bhashyam. And as I said, he is very, he quotes from various Shruti, Smriti and all that. There is one Smriti called Atri Smriti. He quotes these words. Adyam cha traksharam brahma trayi yasmin pratishtitha ekaksharam param brahma pranayama param tapaha pranavadhyasrayo vedaha pranave paryavastitaha Vangmayam pranamam sarvam tasmat pranavam abhyaset. Pranavam here means Om. The gist of the, I won't explain this word by word. Gist of the shloka is Omkara or Pranava is both Aparam and Param Brahma. That means both Nirgunam and Sagunam Brahma. The three-lettered Om, A-U-M, is Adhya Brahma, which is the cause of this entire universe. And the Pranava alone is Trayi, the three Vedas. Trayi is referring to three Vedas. In fact, when we talk of Vedas in the scriptures, they talk only of Rig, Yajur and Sama Vedas. Atharva Veda was a later addition. Originally, Veda Vyasa, when he compiled the Vedas, he compiled the Vedas only into Rig, Yajur and Sama. It's a Trayi, it is called, three Vedas. Then as I think one of the class, I don't know whether here or Tattva Bodha, I had explained that Atharva Rishi and Angirasa Rishi, they put together the leftover mantras and combined them as Atharva Veda, Atharvana Veda or Atharva Veda. So what was originally composed by Veda Vyasa was only three Vedas, Rig, Yajur Veda and Sama Veda. Okay, so that is what is being referred to here, Trayi. So the three Vedas come from Pranava and they are meant to reveal the Pranava and they are established in the Pranava, in the Om. All speech is Pranava and therefore one should repeat Pranava or Om always. As much as possible, keep on repeating Om, 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 Om. Very powerful mantra. When you are repeating Om, you are it is a meditation. But repeat Om with the meaning. Not when you belch and you say Om. That is not the Pranava mantra. So, when you repeat the Om consciously with awareness, knowing the meaning, the more you repeat, the more nearer, more Chitta Shuddhi you will get. More Ishvara will come into your life. Okay. And then Shankaracharya continues and says that there is no difference between Brahman, the Vachya, the word, and Omkara, the Vachaka, which is the meaning, which I already told you. And he quotes a shloka, a mantra from Chandogya Upanishad. Sarvam khalvidam brahma tajjalaniti shanta upasita. This is a very, very, very profound mantra from Chandogya Upanishad. Sarvam khalvidam brahma, sarvam khalu idam brahma. Everything here, known, unknown, all these things is Brahman, which we have seen the idea. Brahman is the cause, so everything is the effect, so effect is as good as the cause. All the attributes of the cause pervades the effect. So, Tajjalaniti Shanta Upasita, being calm, making your mind very calm, meditate upon it as Tajjalan, as that from which everything has born, unto which everything resolves, and because of which everything is sustained. This is Chandogya Upanishad. So, this mantra shows how one should actually do this upasana of Om Upasana. Okay. Brahma Upasana. Nididhyasana mantra it is. Then Adi Shankara quotes one sloka from Vishnu Dharma Purana. Shruyatam dharma sarvaswam shrutva chaiva vadharyatam Atmana pratikulani paresham na samachare. Let the essence of the wealth of dharma be heard. Sruyatam dharma sarvaswam. Shrutva, having heard. Cha eva avadharyatam. May it be well assimilated in the buddhi. Let the value of values be understood. Pujya Swamiji has written, given a very beautiful talk, value of values. Unless you have a value for values, you will never value a value. And it's a very beautiful book. It's published also. How we should lead our life. What values should we follow in our life? Very beautifully he has outlined. And based upon Bhagavad Gita. What are the values stated in the Bhagavad Gita? He talks about all those individual values. So, avadharyatam here means we have to understand, first of all, let the dharma, the wealth of dharma, everything, all dharmic, things be heard. After that, all those values of those dharmic things be assimilated in the buddhi. What is pratikula? Inimical to you. Do not do it unto others. Atmanaha pratikulani paresham na samachare. Don't do what is not good for you, what is not favorable to you. Don't do it to others. This is the essence of our entire dharma. And that is what, even this, I think 10 commandments or other, they have borrowed this. Don't do unto others what you will not want others to do unto you. Same idea in different words in English language. So this is the Samanya Dharma which he talks about. Adi Shankara. Then he quotes a sloka from Vishnu Purana, highlighting the important aspect, a very important aspect of law of karma and the norms of right conduct. Jadanam avivekanam ashuranam api prabho bhagya bhogyani rajyani santyaniti matamapi. Santyaniti matamapi. What he says is people may be jada. Jada means basically having, you can take people with, jada does not mean like a dead body. Huh? Jada here means they have starting trouble. Doing anything, they have got a starting trouble. We'll do it tomorrow. Do it later. Right? So, even after starting, some people may have trouble in continuing rather. Isn't it? They will start very, very, with fanfare. 1st of January, from tomorrow, I am going to the gym every day. Day 1, 1 hour in the gym. Day 2, 1 hour. Day 3, 1 hour. Day 4, 1 hour. By that time, they would have got so much confidence. Let me engage a private trainer also. I'm just going to take care of my health. Come day 10, day 15. Okay, today I'm feeling little tired. I've been doing all this last 15 days. Let me put it off. One day I will take off. This will start. So even though they may not have had starting trouble, they will have trouble continuing what they started. So these people are all put as jada, right? Then avivekis. Avivekis are those people who lack a proper discrimination between what is right and wrong. Even when they do wrong things, they will try to justify that it is the right thing. Then he says, Avivekanam Ashuranam api. Asuras means asuras are frightened to face even a small challenge or obstacle. That's the meaning of asuras taken here. That's the meaning Puja Swamiji takes that. And anitiman. Aniti means, niti means justice. Aniti means the one who do not have any feeling of justice, any value for justice. But still, all these people, these type of people still, bhagya bhogyani, because of their bhagyam, past karmas, they enjoy wealth, pleasures, kingdoms, etc. They become MPs, MLAs, chief ministers, all these things. Very pratyaksham, we are seeing all these things. All such people who have no sense of justice, they have got no, commitment to continue what they have started. Nothing. They are all sitting in seats of power. They are bhagya bhogyani, he says, because of the punyas that they have earned earlier. So therefore, the message is one should follow the dharma, earn punya. If one wants Shri, Shri means wealth, and strive to achieve samatva, which is what is a precondition for moksha. All these are all ultimately, elaboration of the word, the meaning of the word Vishwam. Because even smugglers, drug lords and all may have money. Dictators have money. We have got, what is that, Dawood, Ibrahim and all. No limit to wealth. Unfortunately, what has happened is, people have forgotten that dharma is a wealth. They are actually going for physical wealth. They have taken that to be the real wealth rather. That is why this is happening. So, money is not everything. That is what is pointed out. Follow a life of dharma, which is very, very important for us to proceed in the progress in the spiritual path. Then he says, Adi Shankara says, Himsadi rahitena stuti namaskaradi kartavyam iti darshayitum vishwashabdhena brahma abhidhiyata iti. He says that the name Vishwa indicates that it is Brahman alone that is in all beings. Therefore, one should do stuti and namaskara to the Lord without causing any himsa or injury to any being. Because the most samanya dharma is ahimsa. Ahimsa paramo dharma. Non-injury is the greatest dharma. Then he quotes two slokas from Vishnu Purana. Of course, he has quoted a lot of slokas. As I told you earlier, I have only taken those slokas which Pujya Swamiji has, used in his commentary, and which is very few in number. Adi Shankara quotes pages after pages after pages slokas from various Puranas. So Vishnu Purana expounding the qualities of a true Vishnu Bhakta. Na chalati nijavarna dharmato yaha samamatiratma suhrit vipaksha pakshe na harati nachahanti kinchit duchaihi stitimanasam tamavehi Vishnu Bhaktam Vimala matira matparaha prashantaha shuchicharito kila sattva mitra bhutaha priyahita vachanostamanamayo vasati sada hridi tasya vasudevaha. Who is the real devotee of Vishnu? know that person as the real Vishnu Bhakta, the one who never swerves, goes away from his Swadharma, who has a Samabuddhi towards Suhrit. Suhrit here means all, people around him, who helps without any introduction or expectation, as well as to a Vipaksha, even people who are inimical to him, who consider this person to be their enemy, even to those people, this person helps, extends a helping hand. Further, nahanti, naharati, nahanti, neither kills nor hunts, right? He does not take anything. Harati means taking anything, and hanti means kill. So he does not accumulate, he does not take anything for himself, nor he causes any injury or death to any other being. His mind is Vimala, free from likes and dislikes, pure Vimala. Amatsara, free from jealousy, Matsaryam, jealousy. Amatsara, free from jealousy. Prashanta, composed, tranquil mind. Shubhacharita, of good conduct. He is Akhila Sattva Mitra Bhuta, always a friend to all living beings. Priya Hita Vachana, talks what is good and pleasing. Astamana Maya, free from exaggeration, self-praise, talking about himself always, self-esteem and malice. Astamaya Mana. Says Vasudeva lives in such a person's heart. So this is the character of a Vishnu Bhakta, and now one sloka which glorifies this such a Vishnu Bhakta, and which is said in a very poetic manner. Here Yamadharma Raja is talking to his Yamadutas, his servants, to keep away from such Vishnu Bhaktas. Means what? If you have this kind of a Vishnu Bhakti with all these attributes, you will be, you will understand that you are immortal. Even this Yamadharma Raja, death and all cannot come near you. So what Yamaraja is saying in this Vishnu Purana is, Yama Niyama Vidhuta Kalmashana Anudita Machyuta Sattamanasana Apagata Madhamana Matsarana Vraja Bhata Dura Tarena Manavana. He says, Vraja Dura Tarena, move away, far away from those who have destroyed their Kalmasha. Kalmasha means impurities of the mind. By what? By Yama, disciplines, a life of control. Niyama, living a very clean life of Ishwara Arpana Buddhi and Ishwara Prasada Buddhi, Ishwara Aradhana, Upasana, who lead such a life, and whose minds are asakta. Asakta means committed daily to Lord Achyuta. Every day, whenever, all waking hours, anything that they do it by taking Achyuta's name. From whom Madha, Mana, Matsara means egoity, pride and jealousy have gone. Madha, Mana, Matsara have gone. Even Lord Yama keeps away from such Vishnu Bhaktas. Thus, this is the praise and namaskara to Lord Vishnu, and which should be done every day with Shraddha and Bhakti. In fact, why every day, every moment? Okay. Then he says, Atmanam Vishnum Dhyatva Archana Stuti Namaskaradi Kartavyam. one should visualize oneself as Vishnu and then do Archana, Stuti and Namaskaram, etc. And in support, he quotes a sloka from Karmakanda portion of Mahabharata, which emphasizes the importance of assimilating the non-difference between Jiva and Ishvara, internalizing the Samatva Bhava. Na Vishnuhu kirtayet Vishnum, na Vishnuhu Vishnumarchayet, na Vishnuhu samsmared Vishnum, na Vishnur Vishnumapnuyat. Beautiful sloka. It is said that Avishnu, na Avishnuhu, the one who does not have this bhavana of looking upon himself as Vishnu, but considers himself as different, should not do Kirtana, Archana and Smarana of Vishnu. Means what? The whole idea of Jiva Ishvara Aikyam is talked about, that oneness of Jiva and Ishvara. Such a person, it says, will never gain Vishnu. And this is from Mahabharata. Therefore, as everything is included in the Lord, one should think of oneself also as Vishnu. Because when you say everything, we are also included in everything. Our Stula, Sukma, Karana, Sharira is a part of the totality only. We cannot say I and them. There is no difference between I and them. In essence, there may be difference in name and shape, name and form. But in essence, there is no difference. We are all products, creations of that Brahman, that Vishnu, all pervading Vishnu. So, with that understanding, if you actually do puja, archana and namaskara, in fact, one should do like that only, this sloka says, right? So, to sum up, Om is the name of the Lord and the Lord is Vishnu. So, Om is Vishnu. And the Lord, being both the maker and the material cause of the world, is not separate from the world. Therefore, the entire Vishwa is Parameshwara alone. So, thus, in this very first Nama Vishwam, Adi Shankara establishes the Advaita Siddhanta, the non-duality or non-difference between the Jiva, Jagat and Ishvara. Everything is one only, Ekam. That is what he establishes. So, in fact, for this Nama, he has done a very elaborate commentary, which is not there in the future, in the Namas which come. They are short commentaries. But the first for Vishwam, he has used this opportunity to completely justify his interpretation of Vishnu Sahasranama from Advaita angle. That is what Adi Shankara has done. Okay. So now let us start the second Nama. In fact, as I said in the earlier one of the classes, many Namas get repeated in Vishnu Sahasranama. And Adi Shankara explained it also, how we should understand that it's not a repetition, right? It does not suffer from Punarukti dosha. He clarified that. So this Nama, Vishnu, is repeated again as the 258th Nama and also 657th Nama, Vishnu. Vishnu means the one who pervades everything. That meaning we have seen what is the Vish Dhatu, Vish Vyapane, pervades everything. Okay. Adi Shankara starts the bhashyam of this Nama with a question. After listening to the explanation or a detailed, elaborate explanation of the meaning of Vishwam, there will be an urge to know who this Vishwam is. Because when they are saying generally Vishwam, Vishwam means the world, the prapancha. What is that one thing which is this Vishwam? He said the answer is Vishnu. So when you say Vishnu, that Vishnu word includes the meaning of the word Vishwam also. So the word Vishwam can be used, or you can use Vishnu also in the same meaning. Because what is Vishwam? Vishwam is Brahman. Brahman is all pervading. Vishnu means all pervading. So we can use Vishnu for Vishwam also or Brahman also. That is the logic that he follows. And he quotes a mantra from Rig Veda and explains the view expressed in the mantra, which is that before one gives up this mortal body, one should gain the complete knowledge of the absolute reality in the form of that Supreme Lord by doing Nama Sankirtanam of Vishnu with full understanding of the meaning of each Nama. This is said in Rig Veda mantra, which means that one should use this precious human life to acquire and assimilate that knowledge of the non-dual Brahman and attain moksha. This is the short message for all of us. And then he goes on to explain or elaborate the meaning of this word Vishnu from different derivatives of the word Vishnu based upon Sanskrit language. Veveshti vyapnoti iti Vishnuhu deshakala vastu paricheda shunya ityartaha, he says. So the word Vishnu as derived from the verbal root, the dhatu vish. And the dhatu vish has got two meanings. One is vyaptav, vish vyaptav, and another is vish praveshane. Vyaptav means to pervade and praveshane means to enter. Both the meanings are there for this word vish. So it's almost time now. And with that introduction of the second Nama, I will stop. The next class, we will see the full and other names also. I think now it will go a little fast. It's not very long commentaries. Okay, I'll say the prayers. And if there are any questions, we can have a small satsang. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
Thank you, Guruji. Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Thank you, Guruji.
Namaste,
Hari Om.
Guruji. Namaste.
Thank you very much, Acharya ji.
Thank you, Mama.
Thank you. Namaskaram.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you.
It was a very great explanation about Om. It was really very nice today.
Swamiji's explanation. I am only just, I'm an actor on the stage repeating the script written by Puja Swamiji.
The delivery, it is reaching through you, right?
That's okay. That's okay.
That was
That is the problem, because we praise all these film actors and all for their dialogues. Actually, dialogues are written by somebody else.
Yes, exactly.
We never bring that person in our mind because in our front, these people are there.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
if you ask them, they will not, they will just memorize it only for a few minutes and then they will repeat it.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, I mean, I feel, it is a blessing of Puja Swamiji that I am able to actually convey his words to you, all of you, through these talks rather.
Media.
So
It was so nice. Yeah.
that is what I take it rather. It's a blessing of Swamiji that I thought of actually doing this Vishnu Sahasranamam. In fact, one Swamini suggested to me.
Oh,
Because you see, Swami Omkarananda was the only one who was teaching Vishnu Sahasranama online, right?
Yes.
yeah.
And that too, he was doing it in Tamil.
Yeah.
And what happens is he was such a profound scholar in Tamil and Tamil literature also, apart from Vedas. Lot of references to Tamil literature he used to quote in his talks. but which people who have no knowledge of that Tamil or Tamil literature will find it very difficult to follow.
Correct, correct.
So when I used to listen, of course, I have got a fairly, I would say, a moderate exposure to Tamil literature, Tirukural and all that.
Mm.
For me, it was very
Yeah,
nice.
even people are very good in Tamil also feel sometimes difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because his Tamil is also very, very profound Tamil.
Yes.
So then I thought that, it will be useful if I actually give Vishnu Sahasranamam talks in English.
Mm.
Okay. But taking inputs from Swami Omkarananda's talks, and then fortunately, as I told you, when Swamini said Vishnu Sahasranamam, Swamiji's commentary is there, why don't you teach that?
Okay.
So two beautiful sources I have got for my teaching. I don't need anything else.
We are lucky, finally.
And both are based upon Adi Shankara's commentary only. That is another beauty.
Correct.
So all three gurus coming together is what I am presenting to you. I am only
You are very much blessed, and we are also blessed through you.
all of us are blessed. Because in this Kali Yuga, to get such opportunity to study all these things is very, very rare. In fact, people's mind doesn't go here at all.
Yeah.
Anybody's mind is going towards this means he has got a lot of punya karmas from the past janma he or she has got. And that is why the mind goes. Even in a house, if there is one person who is involved in all these things, you will not find other people in the house having any interest in all these things. So this is how, the karmas act on us.
Yeah.
We are impelled to get into this, nobody needs to suggest all these things to us. It comes automatic. Anyhow, there's a great blessing, all of us. I am
Thank
blessed.
you.
You are also all blessed. So
Yeah, for a pleasant evening. Thank you.
yeah, very nice. Okay, Hari.
Guruji, I do have a
my
question,
apologies.
Guruji.
Sorry,
I do have a question, Guruji. May I ask?
question please ask. Yeah.
Okay. The first one is the meaning of the word abhidhiyate.
Abhidhiyate means name. Abhidhanam means name. English translation of Abhidhanam means name.
Okay.
So
And
Abhidhiyate means is called. You can translate it, is called Abhidhiyate.
there is a misconception amongst people saying that Om should not be uttered by women. Is that a proper thing, or is it just a jnanam?
Let me just tell you, when we have come to Vedanta, there is no man, woman, business and all, right? Everybody, any human being with a working intellect has got equal access to Vedanta. Karma Kanda people have got certain rules for exposing Veda mantras to different classes of people. When you come to Upanishads, Vedanta and all, there are no restrictions at all. The only restriction is your own interest. If you do not have interest, please don't come. If you have interest, please come. And that is what Puja Swamiji, Swami Chinmayananda never ever saw whether what is your background. Their only background was, are you a religious person? Do you believe in Ishvara? Do you actually do some puja for Ishvara or any upasana you are involved? That's the only thing. So from a point of view of Vedanta, don't get into all these kind of thing. Om should not be chanted and things like that and all that. Om can be chanted. Om is a meditation mantra. You can meditate on Om, anybody. So that is how, from a Vedanta point of view, we take. We don't question the validity of what others are saying, but at the same time, we don't take that as valid also for our purposes.
Okay. You mentioned that move far away from people who are practicing yama niyamas, upasana, have asakti to Achyuta, whom Madamana and Matsara from whom Madamana and Matsara have gone. What does that mean? Stay away.
You see, this is all, as I told you, Arthavada. Arthavada means glorification of a Vishnu Bhakta. Okay.
Ah.
Stay away means what? If you look at it reversely, people who are like that, be in close contact with such people. See, you can interpret this the other way around. People who actually follow all these yama, niyama, all disciplines of life, and then who do not have any of these, all these kalmashas, impurities of the mind, like kama, krodha and all that, saintly people. So what it says is, if you want to pursue in the spiritual path, keep away from people who have got unsaintly attributes and have sangha with people who have got saintly attributes. That is how we must understand these sloka. We must not understand them literally. Stay away means, suppose the spouse is not having any of these things, stay away from the spouse. No, it does not mean that. Okay. We are still grihasthas. We are bound by certain, mantras and promises.
Family ties.
The ties with Agni Sakshi we have taken. So it does not mean that, okay, you don't have all, you have got all this Madam Acharya and all, you sleep in that room, I am going to stay away, I am going to sleep in this room. That is not the meaning of this Mahabharata sloka. We have to take everything, understand the import of all these things. If you are following a spiritual path, I will give you a very small example. Just comes to my mind. Suppose you do not consume alcohol. You are in a party where everybody else is consuming alcohol. They will offer you a glass, right? And I'm telling you because I've experienced this. And then you will get 1,000 reasons why you should drink. And they will also say, one time it doesn't matter, yeah, we are all enjoying, we are all together, we are a great party, blah, 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 blah. Drink. Smoking also, many young children take to smoking because of this only. Some peer pressure comes and then they get into these habits. So when we are in the company of such people, willy-nilly, if we do not have a very strong will to resist it, even at the cost of losing their friendship or whatever it is, there are very good chances we may buckle and then we may also get involved in that, which will be from a spiritual pursuit point of view, a very big degradation for a sadhaka. So what this mantras or sloka is saying is, be careful, keep away from such people, because there is a possibility of all these attitudes getting transferred to you, and whatever progress that you have done in the spiritual journey may all go waste.
Null and void.
Null and void. So we need to be very, very careful with whom we associate. Well, many times if somebody is shouting at you, your reaction is you shout back, isn't it?
True.
So you don't go to near a person who is used to shouting, so that you will avoid shouting back. So this is all, we have to take it in a very broader thing instead of literally taking these things. Yeah.
Thank you, Guruji.
Guruji,
any more questions?
my apologies. I am a little confused. Like, for example, today and last Sunday, we devoted our time towards this word Vishnu.
Vishwam.
And also Vishwam and also Om. Whereas the first sloka is Vishwam Vishnu Varashtakara Bhuto Bhavyo, that full thing. And you said we'll go to the second one, which is Bhutatma Paramatma.
No. Vishwam Vishnu Vashakaro Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhu.
True.
Bhutakrit Bhuta Brit
Bhutakrit Brit Bhavo.
Bhava.
Bhutatma Bhuta Bhavano.
There are 9 namas in this one sloka.
Okay.
First nama is Vishwa.
Correct.
Second nama is Vishnu.
Correct.
Third nama is Vashatkara.
Vashatkara. Correct.
Like that, if you see Vishvashatkara, Bhuta Bhrit, then Bhuta Krit, all these are individual namas. In the one
Okay.
sloka, in this sloka, there are 9 namas. That's what I explained.
My question is, that means we have not analyzed it the way now you are explaining the first sloka as a whole. Am I
No,
correct?
first sloka as a whole, because see, Vishnu Sahasranama, when you are talking Namavali of Vishnu Sahasranama, what it
Yes.
starts, Om Vishwasvai Namaha, Om Vishnave Namaha, Om Vashatkaraya Namaha, like that it starts, right? Each name has to be 1,000 names, have to be understood individually what those individually they mean, right?
Hmm.
So even though the first sloka I said, I also gave you the list of the 9 names which are contained in that sloka, and one by one that name we will see the meanings. This is
Okay,
exactly
okay.
what Adi Shankara has also done. He quotes that sloka and then he takes Vishwam. This is the Vishwam, some 10 pages of commentary on for Vishwam. Then Vishnu,
Correct.
2-3 pages for Vishnu. So that is how Adi Shankara
Okay,
has
okay.
done. Every name
Okay.
is explained.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Thank you.
eventually,
Thank
for
you.
your understanding, every sloka, every name is all meaning Brahman only. So
True.
that way you can say the whole sloka also is referring to Brahman only. That way, very
Okay.
simple way of understanding.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you,
Thank
Guruji.
Very
Thank
good.
Thank you,
you.
Guruji.
Yes,
Hari Om.
Hari Om. No question, Lataji, today.
No question, Guruji. It was just
question.
very wonderful to
Thank
listen
you.
to the explanation of Om, as Mahima Manliji said. It is so wonderful.
Yeah, Om, actually, I like that commentary of Swamiji so much. Of course, even when I was studying, he used to talk about Om a lot, you know.
It just encompasses everything.
It encompasses everything. So I thought that I should share this, even though Adi Shankara has not detailed, you know, talked about in such detail. Even Swami Omkarananda doesn't talk about in such detail about Om. But Pujya Swamiji's this commentary, I liked it very much. I thought I should share it with you. Because Om is a word we come across in our life every day. Right? Anything we start with Om, any puja, anything. So that Om, what does that Om mean? You know, in all its aspects is, I thought I will share with you. So I'm happy about that.
I had read or I had listened somewhere that all mantras lead to Gayatri, and Gayatri leads to Omkara, and Omkara leads to Maunam. So that was the explanation that was to listen to it in such great detail. It was really wonderful.
Same idea. Everything is within Om only. That's all. Everything is there. And in fact, the silence that follows Om is what is said as the Brahman. It is the Nirguna Chaitanya. So you have the entire Vishwa supporting the silence, supports this Om. So that is there is one more interpretation for that Amatra, which of course Swamiji also touched upon. But Nirguna Brahman is that silence following Om.
And all that made great sense today listening to you.
Hari Om. Thank you very much. See you on next Sunday. Thank you. Thank you all.